What is up, y'all? I am actually doing a double shoot today. Um, I meant to drop these videos yesterday, but the fatigue of the work week again got to me, so I was just resting, and I'm bringing it to you early on a Sunday morning. Um, Hope everybody's having a nice weekend. Um, I just want to talk about mental health and um, relationships. Um, there was a person. Again, shout out to Cheryl Gumby. Shout out to you. Um, I posted something about how um, your bed can be the only relief from your depression. Why going to bed and sleeping may be your only relief. And Cheryl Gumby commented on the fact that it is a safe space for her because she has a boyfriend who tells her that she's lazy, that she doesn't look good, that she's called all sorts of names, and she tried to end her life because of him. So that gave me the idea of coming up with um, mental health in relationships, and I'm going to give you a personal story of mine about how mental health affected my relationship with my ex-girlfriend. Um, this is something that I'm very, very hesitant to talk about, but I'm going to talk about anyway. Um, I met my I met her back in 2010, and and when we were together the whole time, it was a disaster. It was a disaster. Um, um, she was actually um, not the one I wanted to be with, and but I just didn't know how to tell her that I did not want to be with her, and she was um, my mental health was getting worse um, with each day that I was with her. My mental health was getting worse. It was, and when and I just wanted to end it. And I just wanted to end it by end a relationship um, by um, see. You can tell by the way I'm hesitating now. You can tell by the way I'm hesitating now. It's hard for me to talk about this, but I just wanted to end a relationship any way that I could, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But I just made a I just told y'all about self harm. Well, we were having a argument, and I actually pulled out that sharp knife that I kept under my bed, and I cut myself. I pulled out a sharp knife under my bed, and I cut myself while we were arguing. hmm Um, I knew it wasn't going to work, and I um, my depression was just starting to get way out of control. Whenever um, I would go home, whenever I would go home from her house, and she hugged me, I would shake like this. I would shake like that. Um, and she would say, "You are shaking." She's like, you are shaking." Well, she didn't know. Well, she didn't know what that shaking meant. That shaking meant that I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this no more. Um, some of the reasons why were that she was critical. Um, she was really critical um, about some of the things that I did that were not critical at all. Um, she was a little bit controlling in some ways. She was a little bit controlling in some ways. Um, I did not think about suicide in the relationship, but I was highly depressed. Um, Again, I didn't think about suicide in the relationship, but I was highly depressed, and I wanted out, just didn't know how to tell her. And I'm just going to give you a few examples. Um, I'm just going to give you a few examples of what led to the breakup. Um, mm, okay. We were in a we were in a we were in a drive-through. We were in a drive-through lane at a fast food restaurant one day, and as I was going through the drive-through, the tire of my truck um, rubbed up against the curb, rub up against the curb, real slightly. That was an issue for her. She made a big issue out of that. Um, when um, that's just an example of what went on. She turned little things into small things. I'm little things into small things. She turned little things into big things. Okay, and she made the tiny problems um, seem like huge issues. And and again, I wanted out, didn't know how to tell her, and so my strategy to deal with that was just not talk to her anymore, and I did not talk to her anymore. I didn't answer none of her texts, and we were arguing, and and I did not want to be with her anymore. And but I think the final straw for me, but I think the final straw for me, I had anger issues. You know, I had anger issues back then, So so it was not good that I had anger issues. Now, um, I did not. Now, I did not put my hands on her. Just to make that clear, I did not put my hands on her. I did not believe even that. I still don't believe in putting my hands on women. I don't believe that. But but I had anger issues that I had not worked on at that time. But um, the thing that she did that made me that made me want to end it is that we were in a Walmart, and she and we were walking out together, and as I was putting stuff in, um, she began to drive away. She began to drive away before I even could get in the car, and she thought that I was funny, and she thought that I was funny by her driving away and not letting me get in the car. I eventually got in the car, but she thought that I was funny. I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was embarrassing to say the least because the parking lot had a lot of people, so it was embarrassing. And and when when we went home to her house, um, I was embarrassed, and that was kind of the final straw for me as far as me wanting to be with her. But but the thing that really ended it was I was going to visit my grandmother one day, and I told her I was going to visit my grandmother, and she said, and I don't think she liked the fact too much, at least in my high mind. She didn't like the fact that I was going to visit my grandmother, and I remember her texting me saying, "I'm going to start doing that because of that. Because of that, our time is going to be even more limited." You know, I worked two jobs back then, still do, and I worked a day and night job, so the only time I could see her was on the weekends, and and I guess she was a little upset about all that, and you know, again, my mental health was getting bad from me being with her. My mental health was getting bad, and I just wanted to end it whatever way I could. So and so we argued a lot towards the end, and it ended. And when it finally ended, it was like a sense of relief that came over me. It was like a sense of relief that came over me, and my mental health was okay again. Um, now, and it took me a while to get over that feeling of seeing her, of seeing her. But no, it eventually faded. And again, this is very hard for me to talk about because of yeah. So So that's my personal story of my mental health and um, in relationships. Thank you for watching this video. I'm about to get this day started. Um, how about how about how about them Cowboys? We play here the Falcons today, and we are going to win today. You better believe it. Peace out, y'all. God bless you.